Hi, it's Jesse with a member update for the end of January 2025. First things first, CWD management. The way CWD management should occur is hunter harvest happens, test results within 2 to 3 weeks. In areas, if we have positives, we go in, we harvest a number of deer to reduce density, get some more tests to understand prevalence, and continue that approach. BC has an opportunity right now where prevalence is very low. We aren't like neighboring jurisdictions, particularly to the east of us, that have really high prevalence. And so we need to have a system that is proactive, that can move quickly, and we don't. The province has made a number of attempts. We now have a hunt that's going to occur where we've had 4 positives now in the area to kind of get a handle on deer densities, get a bit more testing. They are looking to do some testing within city limits as well. The good news is outside of city limits, they're looking to use licensed hunters, which is great. We'd prefer that far more than doing stuff like Parks Canada in terms of using helicopters and bringing in people who aren't licensed hunters. And of course, meat also gets used as long as the deer doesn't test positive. So we are also working with the East Kootenay Wildlife Association and looking at putting together a information session about CWD in the East Kootenays so that we can get some folks out and get engaged and talk about it. So, some good in terms of moving in the right direction, using hunters. There was a paper that was just released out of Wyoming here in the last couple of weeks that showed that hunter harvest, particularly on adult males, keeping that high results in far lower prevalence of CWD in the deer population. So hunting is not only the tool for monitoring, hunting is also the tool for management, and keeping licensed hunters in the mix and being part of the solution is really important moving forward. Mandate letters, if you've noticed, the province released its mandate letters. They took months to come out. You'll look through the letters. The relevant ministries are Waterlands Resource Stewardship, Ministry of Forests, Environment, and Emergency Management. You will see a passing reference to salmon. You will not see fish and wildlife mentioned once in any of the mandate letters. The focus seems to be on mining and getting permits through. So we have a lot of work to do in Victoria, even things like wildfire and around watershed management are, vague passing references. Some of them aren't even in the correct ministry. So we have a lot of work to do on the government relations front provincially. These mandate letters were a real surprise in terms of what's in them and especially what's not in them. We have a bunch of issues in BC, even outside of the world of fish and wildlife, directly around erosion, flood management, things like wildfire, which doesn't really seem to be a focus, at least according to those mandate letters. And those problems affect every single person in British Columbia. So we have a lot of work to do, and we'll be relying on our board and committee members to be engaging their MLAs to spread the word around increased funding and capacity to help support those issues, and particularly the sustainability of fish and wildlife. Bridal Veil Resort, there's a proposal to basically create a large resort, year-round resort behind Chilliwack, east of Chilliwack. Details will be in the member update. The province is looking for feedback. We're asking you to complete that feedback and let the province know how you feel. We expect that there'll be some pretty significant impacts on wildlife and also concerns around public access in that area. Provincially, sticking with the province, the Fish, Wildlife and Habitat Coalition met with the minister this week, actually had a great meeting. The minister seemed very keen on issues related to sustainability of fish and wildlife, despite the mandate letter. So very positive engagement, a lot of really good feedback, and also helping to understand and get the voice of all of the members of the coalition across. So that was positive. Federal election, we don't know when it is. You'll see communications coming out from the BC Wildlife Federation and also from the National Fishing and Hunting Collaborative, which is coast to coast to coast, where we're focusing in on 5 top issues which we see as solutions and issues that will drive the world of conservation, hunting and fishing, public access, firearms forward. We'll be engaging you as our members to help spread the word as well to existing MPs and MPs folks who want to run for MP. Well, we don't know when the federal election is, but we're way better off being prepared and getting our message out now so that parties can address our issues and get them in their platforms, whether the election is this spring, this fall, or next year. AGM Convention award nominations, that's all coming up. The AGM is in Dawson Creek. The end of April, we have speakers that are being booked. The organizing committee up in Dawson Creek is doing a phenomenal job. Early bird closes, I believe, in February, so make sure if you're a club delegate, please, or a club, please get your registration in. Advancing Women in Conservation Summit, that is a summit that's put on by Canadian Wildlife Federation and Saskatchewan. Predominantly, it's being hosted here in BC this year. Registration is open. If you Google Advancing Women in Conservation Summit, it'll pull up. If you're a woman who is interested in conservation or interested in hunting and fishing and looking to network, this is a great opportunity. It gets a lot of accolades, the other places that they've hosted it, and a lot of benefit for folks, women in particular, who are new to conservation and hunting and fishing. I'd also like to welcome Monte, our new Advocacy Coordinator, on board. He's got a bunch of priorities that he'll be lining out and engaging with all of our clubs and our board members to help strengthen our community. That's it for January. Hope people got out ice fishing and or out on the landscape. Talk to you in February. Thanks.